Here's my next restoration, the Dinky Toys tanker. Low on one side, I think the tyre's just missing at the back there. Heavily play worn. I do believe it's had a previous restoration. There's evidence it may have been hand painted. The paint's quite thick. So let's see what we can do with this one. It's going to be looking perfect when it's finished, I hope. Okay, the rivets are drilled out of our little Dinky Toys tanker. There's no number on the base. It's very rusty indeed. Axles aren't as bad as the base. Those tyres look newer. That just drops in there. These will just drop off. Just need to drill these rivet holes and then get it in the caustic soda. So we'll get those bits in the parts box that we can, so we don't lose them. Sorry, the wheels do feel metal, so they'll be able to go in the caustic soda. Good start. Well, here we are with our tanker. Just taking a close look at it. It's okay there. Maybe a slight casting line between that headlight there, if you can see it. Same the other side. I'm coming round. Bonnet looks good. Bit of pitting around the cab. Need a bit of super glue on there. And pitting down here, you can clearly see. And here. So a bit of pitting, that's all we can say really. So what I do with a bit of pitting, just get some glue on a cocktail stick and just spread it out. You can use a flat lollipop stick if you want as well. So that's the next job. Right, here we go with the super glue. Don't need a lot. We'll end up taking most of it off anyway. So anywhere I see a bit of pitting, like the cab roof, that won't take a lot of getting off. Need a lot. There's a bit there on the bonnet, in the light I can see it in. A bit there. Afraid to, got a bit too much in one area, pick it up, move it about. We had a bit down here at the back. These pits aren't big enough to warrant bicarbonate soda. I think we'll just get away with a super glue. We'll see when it comes out of primer. Side wasn't too bad. They're on the top. So 10 minutes from now, I'll be able to sand that down and get it into primer. So not bad casting at all really. Here is our Dinky Toys tanker out of paint, and it's painted grass green from the Colour It range. So now we are on to minimal of detailing. So I've got a 5/0 brush. One of my earliest restorations was a little Dinky toy, and I really quite enjoyed it. Now, sometimes the best filming angle is not the best painting angle. Seems to have gone alright though. Now there is a casting line to follow here, so I've been trying to use that. Get too much paint on your brush. Two headlights done. Onto the grille. I'm just touching it, I'm not painting it really. I'm just touching it. It's not come out too bad. I think I'll do the badge on top as well. Right, it's going quite well. Just the tops of these to do and the rear bumper. Right, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm going to do the handles now. Might have to go around again anyway. Now, I've toyed with doing the railings. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now. There's quite a bit of detailing gone on. I can't really be picking that up. Try and just improve these sides a bit until it's all dried. But I'm quite pleased with that so far. Okay, we're just going to finish the detailing off on this little Dinky tanker. Just down the edges of here. Might have to touch up some of the green from the looks of it. Quite taken on some of the edges. I have discovered if you have bits of white where the green's not quite taken, you can just go over it with a brush with paint from the spray can, and it does work fine. So I may end up doing that. Trying to do them right to the bottom, so I think I'm going to leave that there. Let that dry off. Soon be at assembly. Well, here we are at assembly of our little Dinky Toys petrol tanker. I did touch up the green, I don't know if you can tell. What I do is I just squirt some in a tin and just go over the areas that didn't get covered. It's a bit of a cheat, but it does work. I think sometimes the garage lights aren't good enough. You go out into the daylight, you see you've not quite got the edges or whatever. Anyway, without further ado, let's get some tyres. Now we all know how much tyres are, but I bought these, what do you call them, O-rings off the internet, a whole lot for less than £3. So I'm not sure what tyres this tanker had, but now it's got some O-ring tyres. Considerably cheaper. Just an idea. I've heard people talk about it. I thought I'd have a go at it. Of course, a lot of those might be totally useless. Quite large in that packet there, that box. So we're tied up. Right. Let's get this little Dinky toy turned over. The axle on for these. Drop that into place. Front axle in. Previously cut the rivets down. Base on. Let's get it right. It's not quite on right. There we go. Holes are clear. Normally I do put some super glue in first. I think I'll do that first now we've checked everything's right. Let it run down the cocktail stick into the hole. Oops. Dropped a bit there. That's always a risk. Perhaps rushing a bit. That's done. Just need to grab that bit that I dropped, pipe it up, so it will run. There we go, that's done. Right, on with the base. Everything looks okay. Just missed a bit there. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Front rivet. Try and do it left-handed so you can see. See. Rear rivet. And we'll just leave those. Some decals to go on. Right, we've got some decals. I did two sizes. I didn't have the model with me when I've done them. They're on clear. I tend to put a board around the decals. It makes them easy to cut, especially if they're small and they're number plates. But we just need these top two. So let's just cut them off the main sheet. Leave that bit on there to remind me it's clear. Right, here we go. We don't have to be too accurate because they're on clear. And it's black lettering, so that's fine. It'll be a lot more accurate when you're on white decal paper. Clear, you can tailor it any way you want really. So for instance, I'll chop those short now. Do the other one roughly the same. Don't want to be right on the edge of the lettering. Right, let's just turn our model over, see how we look. Pretty fine. Just need to make them a bit thinner. So down there. Now I didn't measure these decals before like I normally do because I had some spare space. I just wanted to get finished what I was doing because it was for somebody else. And I thought, oh, I haven't done those Petrol ones yet. They'll fit now, so we'll get them in the water. Okay, here we go with the first decal. Not 100% sure how they looked on the real model, but some water out. Oops. Moving quite freely. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is, it's worked out nicely. P just below that sort of handrail bulb, and the L just below that one. And just roll out a bit of that water, and that looks fine. I'm looking directly on top of it just to make sure it's level. You can use the line, that side storage space there, to line up. That looks okay to me. Instead moving it about. Right, on with the next one. Right, here we go with our second decal. She's on. Just angle it a bit. And that looks spot on. And she is a good roller. Next time you see her, she'll be on the turntable. Well, this is what we started with. The Dinky Toys, heavily play worn, tanker, low on one side. Tyres looked like they'd seen better days. But nonetheless, it was all there, nothing was broken off the edges. So let's see how we got on, shall we? Because here it is now. Well, here is our little Dinky Toys tanker. Petrol decals on the side. Quite a simple model, but very satisfying to do, and a pleasing little wagon it is too. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to the channel. It means a lot to me, and it keeps me motivated to keep going. So I will see you again next week with another restoration. But bye for now. I leave you with the Dinky Toys tanker.